If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, like and share. So hello on the Sunday morning. No Sunday, it's 12:30, not morning, and it's June, which is supposed to be the start or like the coldest part, winter, and then 22.5 degrees, so it's quite a warm day. I'm driving to up the west coast. I'm going from Cape Town. I absolutely don't like this road, but I just thought, or at least this part of the road, it's always such horrible traffic. Check, it's Sunday and it's still so bad, and the taxis, they just stop everywhere. Anyway, but I thought I'll go down this road because to show this is an area called Brooklyn and Rugby. It was one of the what we used to call, as colours, we used to call the poor white area. But look, I'm not going to go into it really, but you can see how the roads look, and on the side maybe you'll see some houses. But we'll go past this and we go up the west coast, which is, this area is no more just for white people, so there's like all kinds living here now, and still not I don't like this area. It's too much traffic. This road, there's only this road and another one going on the other side. But can you imagine this during the week? Ugh. And this is a Sunday, 12:30, when everybody's supposed to be eating. Anyways, we'll get further. So just to give you a feel how it is. You see on the right there's a sign called Rugby, and I think there's a South African group. I forgot what they called. It's like a blonde female and a guy. They're from this area. They sing the song Rich Bitch. What's that? I forgot their name now. But they're quite funny. I like the woman. She sang that song. Quite clever. I think they're from this area. They came from here. The Antwoord. There we go. That's the group. They're quite... I don't think they're famous. They're not really that popular in Cape Town amongst the people I know, but I guess in Europe and other countries they... Just moving the keys. Of course, I'm driving in the Polo GTI. For those that know me by now, I'm autistic. I'm from Cape Town. And I'm just making these videos for fun and showing a little bit how Cape Town looks. But now I drive in the eco mode when I'm going like at this speeds, and any uphill I'll do the normal mode, and if I want to go fast on the freeways it's sport mode. So I'll keep the video on like mostly kind of unedited, so that you can have like a true feeling of how to drive around here, not the edited highlights, great part of it only. I find those videos a bit too perfect, or everything so perfect. Yep, see why I don't like this road? It's full of stop. Don't like that stop. I think I'm going to turn left down to the other road because this one is going to a different area. So lucky for you guys, I'm not editing, but I'm pausing it by the red stops every time, so you don't need to wait for that boring thing. Oh, wrong road. Oh, I need to turn. I'm in the wrong lane. Okay, I'm in the wrong lane. But let's see if I can get through here. Maybe they'll give me a show. Yep. So here's your rival, Mr. Polo, the I-20 on your left. That's your rival. But I don't think it's a good competitor. They are, but I mean, I think they are cheaper, but the cars, like inside, it doesn't feel so solid. It feels, and there's a lot of plastic in it everywhere, and the dashboard doesn't look as nice. So, yep. Also, they don't have the i20N in this country. Maybe it will come later. Most of this region or this areas that I'm gonna be driving through now, it's on the west coast of up to the north of Cape Town. And about when I lived here, I moved out basically in 1994, and at that point most of these areas were not here yet. Okay, I think it might have. I'll tell you when it starts, but most of it up there's a huge development that happened. And my question is, it was all nature, like in the 90s, there was nothing, just past this bridge, there was not much happening, and there's just bush, fynbos. So, and this was belonging, I think, to the government, my question is, how did these people manage, to own this land now and build on it? Did they buy it from the government, or how much did they pay, and where was the auction? Because nobody that I know has any land here or bought here or developed. And further up you'll see like huge developments that look exactly the same, like all this new modern kind of living. Like lots of places you have like rows and rows, like I don't know how many, but it could be hundreds of houses that look the same. So that's like one developer. And how did they get access to the land and develop this? How does the government suddenly decide to sell it, and to who? How does that work? Because it's, for everybody, before everybody could walk in the bush, or there was farms that was owned by people like over the last 2 centuries of the old colonialists that came in, took the land. I don't know. It's very confusing. Maybe it was farms that was bought. I don't know. It's just interesting to see, because suddenly like further in the distance, you will, on the right as we go past, you will see many developments. Don't know if you will see it, but we are going to one of those places. A place called Melkbos Strand. Why am I going there? Because on the same beach, this is on the left, there's a whole coast up here, all the way up to Morocco. The coastline goes right up, and there's a place called Kubuk. It's a nuclear power station that was built, and just before that there's still a beach that is quite natural. In what I mean by natural is most of the beaches I see, not just in this country but in many countries, they built the roads and the houses too close to the ocean, so the beach, the sand part of the beach was because in the like in the previous, when the beach was there, if there was no road close on the different tides, the sand would push quite far out and spread even, and the beach would just get nice and big and flat. But because they built the roads and everything too close, your beach becomes short, so the sand kind of piles up like at an angle, and then when the tide changes, it all backwashes back into the ocean, and then the beach becomes very like a steep slope, short beach, and this huge part here, all like for I don't know about 30 kilometers is like that here. I've seen in other countries they have the same problem, so they're doing some engineering and stuff. You can Google it. But from Melkbos Strand, just before Kubuk, that beach was not built too close. Although they did build there, you'll see when we get there, there's houses and everything. But the beach was not built too close, I think. I'm going to check now if it's the natural distance or did they also steal some there. But it's much wider, so it looks kind of nice. So I'm gonna say, and from there's a good view to Table Mountain. Today it looks a bit hazy, so I hope we can actually see the Table Mountain from there. But it's quite a good view. You get the flat tabletop. So now I'm driving in D mode because the speed limit is 70 now, and you're not rolling too much. I hope soon the 120 zone will come. So yeah, these are some of the areas on the right. I think 20-30 years ago there was nothing here, as far as I remember. These big malls, and like you can get these malls any country, they look the same or more or less the same. Even you have McDonald's everywhere here, so I guess that is even in Switzerland I think there was one McDonald's or two. Yeah, 70 we go. $23 degrees in winter and totally blue skies. Besides the smog a little bit, or fog, I don't know what it is, but hazy. I like it when the sky is that deep blue. Sometimes we have it here when it's on a clear day. Maybe I can it's quite an open road. I can do a little bit of a acceleration here in sport mode to 60. Not 60 miles per hour, but 60. Okay, here we go. Oops, that was too fast. Up, let me slow it down. Very lekker. Now it's opening up. I think after this one you could get a 120 zone maybe soon for a short distance. Even on a Sunday, traffic. If I look at the population, when I lived there in the 90s, and then I moved away for 20 odd years, I think the population doubled or more than doubled since then in Cape Town region. So there's a count, and at the end of 94, that was the start of the new South Africa. And before that, many like black people and quite a few colors didn't have cars. So because that was a thing for mostly the whites and the more people, the colored people that could afford them. But most blacks that didn't have like many cars. So suddenly they all have cars now, and now it's like the roads are too small. And on the right, I don't know if you saw, there's also this is how it looked like further down, with no, just vegetation and bush, but now there's kind of a huge mall there on the right. I think this mall was only built, I don't know, maybe very recently. It's quite new. Can't even see it through the bush. So yep. A 120 zone, but let's see if anybody's gonna get to that speed with traffic. Going 94 now, 94 kilometers per hour, and consumption at the moment slightly uphill. We're doing 5. I have the sunroof tilted a little bit for air, so the aircon don't need to come on. And I'm gonna close it now. Okay, we're on 110. I'll put it in sport mode because then the suspension, everything is sporty and better road holding. This wheel alignment is just perfect. I don't even need to steer it just goes straight. Awesome. Whoa, in sport mode it just wants to kick down. Like even there I was doing 100 and it's a slight hill and it went down to 5th gear. So I think that's not necessary now, so I'll put it back in normal until there's a point where I can overtake, which doesn't look like it's gonna happen here. Oh, meneer. traffic even here. This is what I missed in Europe. I lived there for quite more than a decade, and in Switzerland, everywhere you go, it looks the same. It's beautiful. They have nice trees, forests, and lakes, and mountains, and all that. But everywhere looks the same, and there's no place where you don't see signs of humans and housing and stuff. You need to. I only saw that in France, but here in Cape Town, you can go out just for a short distance and you can see a little bit of how it opens up. In the distance is Coburg, so I don't know if I have to turn here now, but doesn't matter, we'll just explore a little bit. Maybe I can turn off at the left, the next robot. went a little bit too far. So as you can see, I'm at Coburg Power Station. I used to work here and on this power line some time back. But I'm going to turn around now and go back and see if I can find a way there. So I turned around and now you can see Table Mountain in the distance. Nice and flat. The tabletop. Sometimes I just like to explore, but so today I'm just gonna turn down here now. It's called Fontein. I no clue where it's going, but I will just go and see where it takes us. Ocean is somewhere that side, so just go that way and see. I know our jiu-jitsu club, sometimes they have a competition here. At least there's a club called, I forget the name now, but they do MMA competitions here. So I was here a few months ago for a competition, and some of my students that I have competed and won, so that was fun. How do I get to the ocean? Let's see. Let me see. So this is also quite a new area. I'm gonna go through it now, and then you can see the type of housing. It was also in the past just white area, but now everybody can be here. I always come back to that white area, colored area stuff, because I was out of Cape Town and South Africa from 94, basically, out of Cape Town, and then I didn't really experience South Africa as an open country. I'm just experiencing this now, so to me it's all kind of still new. The whole thing that everything is open. Really don't know where the ocean is, but okay, that looks like a dead end. So I think they do this kind of big wide house style. If you can see, the houses are big and wide and trees and everything. However, notice the burglar bars and the electric fences, if you can see them. If I go slow, everywhere. It's just creepy. When I lived here before, they didn't have that, but now it's like that almost everywhere. And this is quite far from the city, and yet it's still like this. People have armed response like in the movies, and electric fencing, and people patrolling, and security is big business in South Africa. At least I have a lot of petrol, so I can get lost a bit, which I think is going to happen. But it's not a big area, so it's not a big loss, And the cool thing about living in Cape Town is that that's not okay. That's Coburg again. So can't go in there. The nuclear power station, they don't allow you in there, It's quite. So I went a little bit too far. There's some Eland. I don't know if that's private here, pork. my camera is not good enough to catch it because they're about 500 meters away, so I can't see them. But Ierland, wow. I think I'm gonna take a right here, see where that one goes. I'm driving without my navigator, so more exciting. Oops, this road is bouncy, so it looks kind of cool. A sign of ocean. So somewhere, I guess there's some place to get closer. Oops, maybe I have to go more to the right. Can I park here and walk through? Okay, let's just go around. It's not white picket fences, it's metal electric fences. I did a quick Google of the price range. You can see some of them are big here. Some houses even go for like $1 million, 16 million rand in this area. So nothing for the normal South African. I would really like to know who is living mostly here. There is a website where you can check these things on, so partly you can see who's the owner, but sometimes the name doesn't tell you exactly. Okay, so we're going in a circle back again and take the next road. I don't know if these are all dead ends. I didn't check. Like circles. Let's go. Oops, there's not even a road. Somebody's driveway. Pelican Parade. I remember there's a roads names for like bird roads. So maybe somewhere here we can find something. Penguin Road, that's where the parking area to the beach. I also need to find something to eat, so don't. Another end. Is that a cul-de-sac? Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a break and I'm gonna find the place. I'm just gonna take a turn here. I don't know if I have to go around this dude. He was so lost. Nope. Yep. So, I'm back and I found it. There's a big open parking area and I'm gonna stop here now. Go on to the beach in front of us for a little stroll. So yeah, I have to, as usual, take a video of the Polo and try not to shake too much. I think I have to pause it. Yeah, so we're on the beach here at Melkbos Strand. And I'm not sure if you're gonna see that, but in the distance there's the building, and that is Kubik Nuclear Power Station. And what I find more interesting than that is this grass that grow on the sand. It's like a, I don't know how they manage to have this faint bush, beautiful, just grows everywhere. And behind, you can see how the people built all these big houses here. And I looked on the internet before I got here, and the house there with a face brick, I think it's on sale for 14 million rand. And that is Cape Town. Table Mountain in the distance. Beautiful view. So as you can see, the beach is quite wide. So I think they did not build too close here. So that's the natural extent of the beach, and it goes beautifully and it's quite wide and nice like that. So this is how it's supposed to look all the way around here, but it's not like that. In some places the beach is maybe 20% of this or less, maybe 15% of the width of this, just a little bit more that way. If I'm pointing that way, so just to the right in the ocean is an island, and that's Robben Island, and the water here is quite cold, so it's not the best place to swim, like 12 degrees the whole side of the Atlantic Ocean. Okay guys, so that's the view from here, very famous view, beautiful. See you guys. I just have to make some more the sound of the ocean. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there's wind, quite windy. The ocean waves. So this is how the beach is so wide. That's really wide. I don't know, more than 100 meters wide. And can you imagine? I think even in America, if you look on Google Maps, you can see everywhere, like not just America, many countries, they built too close to the water, and it just made everything hyper short. So just find it irritating. I don't get why you want to stay so close to the oceans, and these were these mansions and everything. So. And destroy the whole view with all these houses. But anyway, try to just look past it, look at the ocean. If I go further up this way, past there with the car, I think another 10-20 kilometers on that side, there's not much people living anymore. So that's what I like about Cape Town. And I think Table Mountain's about 35 kilometers from here now, something like that. And already I'm out in the nature, away from everything. In Switzerland and Europe you can drive for hours and hours, you just see thousands and thousands of people and places. I didn't like that. I needed some open space sometimes, so back here. I decided to come and eat by this mall and check, still I have a good view. The big modern mall, very modern, looks like an airport. So let's see what I have there. So back in the car, and I didn't film what I ate because I just bought some food at the supermarket. It was strips of chicken and chips and a cool drink, so nothing special. But if you think about it, it was 5 strips in quite a lot for 30 rand and some chips. In total I think it was about $50 for all the food now, which gives me quite a cool drink, a hot chips and chicken. So cool. Thought I'll film the way back a little bit because the mountain looks quite pretty. It's a very special mountain, that one, Table Mountain. That guy is driving without the number plate in his speedy car. I guess he's going to speed. Yep. There he goes. I have it set on 65, just cruising, looking at the mountain on this good blue day.
Sunday mornings, actually right up till now, which is 3 o'clock, they have a market on the right. Like they sell stuff. Some people come, they put up their tables and tents and sell some things. So it's like a big outing for people. Sometimes I used to come and buy honey, but I think that guy is not here anymore. So okay, so here we can go a bit faster. We can go 80. So yeah, I'm at 80. So a bit more. Now I did about, wait, let me check. How many kilometers? 66 kilometers today, and I did an average of 6.7 liters per 100. I did speed once or twice, not too much, so it was just doing there's no point, you can't speed here anyway, so cruising at 80 now, doing 3.8. That was the lowest so far. Checking. .5, 3.3 on a slight hill, huh? That's good. I mean downhill, decline. In normal drive, it's quite smooth and silent and comfortable. I found out today there is a lumbar adjustment. You know, you can adjust this like a thing in the back of the seat for the lower back, which is quite cool. Didn't have it in the other car, the other Polo. So there's an upgrade, a new lumbar adjustment. Plus it has the heated seats also, so that's cool. Sport mode. Thought I could give it a little bit there under this 80, but no space for it. I have to turn off. I'm just gonna give a quick tour through the area. I lived in this area for a while as a teenager. Quite close to here is the place I did karate. in 1986. Just gonna give you guys a view of Woodstock. Woodstock, this I'm not sure when, but I think in the 70s or the 60s, there's some parts of this was a white area, some parts, but in the 80s when we came in our state here, it was normal. It was just colored people, or at least near where I was living. And on this side, a little bit further, that was quite dangerous then. A lot of gangsters used to, few times they chased me and wanted to rob me and all that, so I had to run fast. And here's no use going in normal mode here, eco mode with this kind of speed. We have a church on the one side,